imaginary generator would be given priority as compared to the center line, and height is known to us. So this is the height which is given for this cone. So this is given data, a cone, right? And a cutting plane is given here, which is at a distance of 10 mm from the axis and parallel to HP. So that should be drawn like this. This is the cutting plane, this portion is cut, and here cutting plane symbol should be drawn, 2 long days, 2 short days and 1 long days. This is the standard nomenclature to express the cutting plane. This is the cutting plane. You can draw here arrows as well. It means that this material is removed and this material retains there, and it is given that the cutting plane is towards the observer. So here we have to draw on this side only. You can draw this cutting plane over here also. From the center on this side also a line can be drawn, but here it is clearly mentioned that the cutting plane is towards the observer, means towards us. Hence we have to draw this cutting plane on this side only. You can lighten this portion as well, because that portion of this cone is removed portion, and this is top view. Now to find out the points of intersection, we have to draw imaginary generators over the outer periphery of this cone. So for that, let me divide this cone into equal number of parts. Generally we divide into 8 equal parts, but for bigger size figure you can divide into 12 equal parts also. But by dividing into 8 equal parts we can save time much more, and draw its front view of these imaginary generators in the top, from top view like this. So these are the generators drawn over the outside periphery of the cone. You can name them starting from here. So this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Similarly A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash, apex point O dash, and this is apex point O. Now find out the points of intersection between this cutting plane and imaginary generators. See, this is the imaginary generators OA, OB, OC, OD, OE. Here this cutting plane cuts imaginary generator OB at this point. This is the point where imaginary generator cuts the cutting plane. So this is the point. So from this point draw a straight vertical line. From this point draw a straight vertical line from here to here, and on OB, O dash, B dash, it will cut somewhere here. So mark that point. That is our point on OB, O dash, B dash. This is the point in top view, and from that point draw straight vertical line that will cut O dash, B dash at this point. Similarly, OH is also cut by OD is cut by the same cutting plane over here, right? So transfer this point also to the top view. So draw straight vertical line from this point that will cut O dash, D dash. This is point OD, generator OD. So that this point will cut O dash, D dash at one point. It is somewhere here. Straight vertical line from this point. So this is another point. So we have picked up 2 points. What's about rest 2 points? One point is here over the periphery of the base, circular base between A and B. This is the point between A and B. So from here draw straight vertical line between A and B. This is the first intersectional point. Similarly from here draw straight vertical line that will cut the base somewhere here. So that is another point. So we have picked up more 2 points over here over the base of this cone. Now the last point, this point. Here 5 points are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How to identify this point in front view? So for that, let me use the concept of true length or true position of the point. So we need to find out true position of this point in front view. So for that, make its top view parallel to XY line, and for that take O as a center, O to this point as a radius, draw an arc like this. In short, we are making its top view parallel to XY line, and whenever any top view is parallel to XY line, its front view indicates its true length or its true position, and if front view is parallel to xy line, then its top view represents its true position or true length. After making it parallel to xy line, draw straight vertical line from that point, like here. It will cut the generator over here. If we draw straight vertical line from this point, like here, it will cut O dash A dash at this point, because O dash A dash OA is parallel to xy line, hence O dash A dash is the true length of its slant edge. So transfer to true length, and from that point draw a straight horizontal line. Transfer it to OC, O dash C dash or O dash G dash, somewhere here. So this is our point, that is point of intersection for our case. So these are the points. Now join all these points with a smooth curve with the pencil, and this is the cutting plane or front view, sectional front view of this problem. This is the top view, you can write name of view. This is front view as well as sectional front view, and as it's a sectional front view, you need to draw section lines inside this. And whenever we draw any section line, or these points, all these lines, imaginary generators and projection lines, should be erased, and inside that we have to draw section lines which makes an angle of 45 degree with our reference axis, that is xy line, as well as the distance between all these section lines should be equal, say 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter in case of bigger size drawing. And this is front view, and this also shows the true shape of the section, because this cutting plane is parallel to xy line, hence this indicates also true shape. You can write here it's a true shape as well, or to make it much more clear, we can draw here another line. The area covered by this red colored portion is the true shape of cutting plane. So this question is asked for 7 marks, 3 plus 4 or 3 plus 2 plus 2, 2 marks for this, 3 marks for this true shape and 3 marks for its front. The distribution may vary, and you can write here with the big letters or answer 3A. Students forget to write this 3A in their answer sheet. It happens many a times in the answer sheet of the students. Now next question, question number 3B, and the data is given like this. Or 3B, draw the development of the lateral surface of the cone of 50 mm base diameter as shown in figure number 3. Here figure number 3 is given like this, and we have to draw its development of its outer lateral surface. Diameter is 50 millimeter, and this is the solution of the given problem. As we can see here, this is the cone. In this cone, model of the cone, it could be seen here. You might have seen this is the cone, right? It is having a circular base. This is circular base, an apex point over here, and it is having two specification. One is the diameter or radius of the base, and second is height of its axis. If we develop its outer surface, or if we open its outer surface, its development would appear like this. This would be the development of the cone, and to draw this development we can see this one, this length of this arc or radius of this arc would be equal to the length of its slant edge, and this angle, the angle covered by these two lines is equal to 360 degree into radius of this cone of the base upon L, that is length of its slant edge. And how to draw the development of the cone? So for that, let me have one exercise. Here first, this is the given data, and in this data first we need to find out angle theta. So angle theta is equal to, this equation we should remember, 360 degree into radius, that is radius of the base of cone, upon length. Length is the length of slant edge. So 360 degree into radius is given in our data is 25 millimeter, and this length of slant edge is not given. Height is given, that is 60 millimeter, but length of slant edge that we have to measure from our drawing, and that here you can see here it comes out to be equal to 65 millimeter. So write it over here, length, this radius upon length into 360 degree, and the angle here it is equal to 138 degree, that is angle theta. This is the first step to draw the development of any cone or outer surface of any cone. So this we have drawn. Now this data is given over here. Divide this top view of the cone into 8 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and after that take O dash as a center and O dash 1 dash as a radius. This is O dash center, O dash 1 dash as a radius, and draw an arc like this. Because O dash 1 dash is the true length of its slant edge, we have to take O dash 1 dash as a radius, right? And draw an angle of 138 degree with this line O1. So it would come over here like this. This angle is 138 degree, that is angle theta, right? With this O dash 1 dash, you can draw this cone, this development anywhere over here, but for the sake of simplicity we can draw joined to O dash 1 dash so that we can easily pick up the points of intersection. Now we have divided this cone into 8 equal parts. Similarly, divide this angle theta into 8 equal parts by any method, or by measuring the angles. You can use any method to divide this angle into 8 equal parts, whichever is convenient to you, because here the method is not the constraint. Whichever method feels convenient to you, it could be drawn. And for the shortest way, first you have to divide 138 into 2 equal parts, and then draw all the parts into subsequently into 2 equal parts. Would be easier method to divide into more number of parts. Name the points. Here is point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, and this is apex point O, or say O dash. For development it's O, and for front view it's O dash. Now find out each point one by one. Here this is a cutting plane, right? And this cutting plane cuts O dash 1 dash at this point. So on O1 this is our first point. Now on O dash 2 dash, the cutting plane is cut by over here. O dash 2 dash is cut by the cutting plane at this point. O dash 3 dash is cut by this cutting plane at this point. So from these points draw straight horizontal line. It means we are transferring this point in its true length. O dash 1 dash is true length, so transfer this point to its true length. From here draw a straight horizontal line, and then take O dash as a center, O dash to this point as a radius, draw an arc, and that arc will cut O2 at this point, somewhere here, right? So straight line from here, and after that an arc like this. Similarly, straight line from here, somewhere here, take O dash as a center and O dash to this point as a radius, draw an arc like this, that will cut O3 at this point. Similarly, point number 4 is here, horizontal line from here, and arc from here, that will cut 4 over here. Point number 5 is here at the bottom, so here is point number 5. Point number 6 is here, so you can extend this arc up to 6, then 7, 8 and back to 1, and join all these points with a smooth curve. By having long practice, you can draw a very smooth curve for such kinds of problems like this. It would start from here and ends to here with the same position. So this bottom cut portion we have drawn. Now what's about this upper cut portion? So for that also same analogy to be employed. This is first point, right? For this point, find out the point of intersection between this cutting plane or say arc and imaginary generator, that is O dash 2 dash. So this is the point, O dash 2 dash and arc, this is the point. From this point draw straight horizontal line, and taking O dash as center, O dash to this point as a radius, draw an arc that will cut O2 at this point. Similarly here is the point, so find out point of intersection between this arc and O3. So this is the point, from that point draw straight horizontal line, draw an arc that will cut O3 at this point. Here is the O3. Similarly O4, O4 is here, from here draw horizontal line, here is 4. Similarly 5, 6, 7, 8 and back to 1. You can identify all the points and join all these points with a smooth curve. So this would appear like this. Straight line would be here and another straight line would be here. So this red colored portion shows the development of given cone if it is cut at given position, and this one shows the solid portion which retains after cutting this cone at given positions. I hope the solution of this problem is clear to you, and you do not forget to show this calculation in the diagram. The solution is given here also. The computation should be shown here. Angle theta is equal to 360 degree into r upon L. Radius is 25 millimeter, length is 65. So angle theta is equal to 138 degree. That angle should be mentioned over here in the drawing. Theta is equal to 138 degree, and this is the development which we have drawn. Now next problem. Problem number 4, or question number 4. The data is given like this. Figure shows the assembly of knuckle joint. Draw details drawing showing at least 2 views of each part. Give necessary dimensions. Prepare the part list. Here the assembly drawing is given to us, and we solved this problem in earlier questions. So just I am showing you the solution of this problem. This is one end, that is fork end, 2 views of the fork end, front view and top view. We discussed how to draw these 2 views. This is first